Alright, here we go. Hey there, everybody. It's the Nasty One here again, and welcome back to the next episode of the Heated Shuffle Draft Franchise Rebuild here in Super Mega Baseball 4, year number 4. Last episode, we took on our division rivals, the Black Five, for the first time this season, and we blew them out of the water. 16-3, the final score, as we just unloaded on this lowly team as they were shown to be pretenders and not contenders like they hoped they were. So with that win, we're now 9-0 on the season, and we move into our final game of this 3-game road stretch before we enter the rest of the schedule, which is all against divisional opponents. This is our last non-divisional opponent of the season. It is the Overdogs. They come in at 5-5. On the mound for them is going to be left-hander Erling Elwood, 1-0 with a 3 ERA and a 1.33 WHIP. And on the mound for us, it is going to be CT Brazon, 1-0 with a 6.75 ERA and a 1.27 WHIP. Lineup for today's game, leading off in center field is going to be Stanley Swanson. Batting second, locked in right field is Jovan Bambino. Batting third, locked in shortstop John King. Batting fourth, locked in first baseman Charlie Testa. Batting fifth, third baseman Norm Fenomeno. Batting sixth, second baseman Slip Whoopity. Batting seventh is left fielder Cash Basket. Batting eighth, rookie catcher Arlo Floyd. And batting ninth is the pitcher CT Brazon. Lineup for the Overdogs. Leading off in center field is Super Samson. Batting second, locked in at first base is Dirk Sportswood. Batting third, 10th shortstop Juice Jackson. Batting fourth, second baseman Yacker Asherbaum. Batting fifth, right fielder Israel Charles, the rookie. Batting sixth, rookie left fielder Roland Henson. He's locked in. Batting seventh, veteran third baseman Tense Janice Friedman. Batting eighth is the catcher Pex Flex with Elwood on the mound. I'm going to check Henson and Charles here, make sure they're actually rookies real quick before we jump into the action today. Where are they? There they are. Alright, so Henson is number one. This is actually his third year, surprisingly, for a young guy. And then Charles, this is his first. He is a rookie. Alright, let's get into it. Let's get it on. Heading out to the motor yard. Let's see if we can go ahead and overhaul these Overdogs. I don't know. We'll see. Alright, O-Dogs, in touch. We're playing a new franchise with the O-Dogs. Hey, one boy, nice to see you again, buddy. Welcome in, welcome in. Yeah, I realize the title probably needs a little bit of work for this one, unfortunately. I'm probably going to update it before it goes on the YouTube channel. Depends on how the game actually goes. We'll see what I actually end up naming it. Sorry for the confusion. Alrighty, here we go. Let's get it on. This is the end of our road trip. Let's see how it goes. Swanson, Bambino, and King do up first. Center fielder Stanley Swanson leading off. 385, 7 RBIs on the season. And here are the numbers for Elwood. He's 1-0 with a 3 ERA and a 1.33 WHIP. 3 earned runs given up in his 2 starts, totaling only 9 innings of work. 9 hits surrendered, 3 walks, 1 homer, and 8 strikeouts. Batting average against .250 on the year for Elwood. Not bad numbers, he just hasn't really thrown a lot of innings. Curveball in there for a called strike on the first pitch, 0-1. Two-seamer up and in there at the letters, 0-2, and that was his best pitch. So I expect to see a lot of that fastball today. Curveball bounces in the dirt there to Swanson, 1-2. Curveball at the knees, sent to right center field. That is going to be an easy fly out there for the center fielder. Sampson makes the catch, 1 down. Still want a stadium creator so badly? Yeah. At this point, it's long overdue. Hopefully that's in the new update. That would be nice. If there's a 7th update, I think that should be put in. Although I think that at this point, I don't think they're going to add anything new to the game, especially if they're planning on making a 5th one in the series. I think we're just stuck with what we got. Bambino up next, coming off a 3-home-run game. Last episode is that 2-seamer on the outside corners, a called strike, 0-1. He's locked in, hitting .467 with 10 homers and 27 RBIs on the year. Right down the middle, and I missed it, 0-2. That should have been murdered. Heater inside, way late on it, strike 3. First punch out for Elwood. I am also happy. It is a very fun game. Definitely a lot better than I thought it would be. Shortstop John King up next. 3-hitter rookie shortstop is locked in, hitting .487. 8 homers, 12 RBIs. Heater at the knees, ripped past Elwood in the center field as that whizzed by his face. Probably shaved a few chin hairs off him as well. 2-out single for the rookie. Here's first baseman locked in Charlie Testa, coming off a 2-homer game last episode, hitting .489 with 7 homers and 18 RBIs. Curveball down, taking low, ball 1. And here we thought EA was going to ruin the game. Nope. They were smart enough to sit back and let Metalhead do what they do and just give him the money. Heater up and away, that's a strike at the check swing, 1-1. Heater inside, James tested a second right at Asherbomb, and that ends the inning. Bottom one were scoreless. Sampson, Sportswood, and Jackson do up against CT Brazon. Center fielder Super Sampson leading off, batting 167, 1 RBI in the year. Vet down year for Sampson here. Facing second-year pitcher CT Brazon. On the year, CT 1-0 with a 6.75 ERA and a 1.27 WHIP. 10 earned runs given up in 2 starts, 13 in the third innings pitched, 16 hits surrendered, 3 homers, 2 hit batsmen, 1 walk, 9 strikeouts, and a batting average against of 296. Juice Jackson, hate that guy. Scares the crap out of you. Fair enough. Jackson is a very dangerous hitter. I can understand that one. Consistent is active for Sampson here. Heater at the knees on the first one. Hit hard to second. 1 hopper to Whoopi. Back in the lineup today as that's an easy first out. First baseman Dirk Sportswood up next. He's locked in, hitting .429. 2 homers, 9 RBIs on the year. Cutter up and in on the first one. Chased inside. Fouled back. 0-1. Change it down the way. Low and outside. 1-1. Curveball down and in. Strike called. 1-2. Heater up and away. High. 2-2. Get out of there. Slider inside. Off the plate. 3-2. Cutter down and away. Line to first. Right at Charlie Testa. 2 down. And bases are empty for the shortstop, Juice Jackson. He's tens. Hitting only a .154. 1 homer, 7 RBIs. Off-speed hitter still active for him. Yeah, he's having a really bad year. I'm very surprised the Overdogs have 5-5 with him struggling as much as he is. Heater down and in. Strike called. 0-1. Change it down and away. Low and outside. 1-1. Cutter up and away. Chased. Popped up foul on the first base side. Testa coming over. Gets there for the pop out, and that ends the inning. 1-2-3 here for Brazon. To the second, we're scoreless. Phenomena, Whoopty, and Basquet do up. I don't think that could have gone any better. Known Phenomena up next. 5-hitter playing third base today. 500, 4 homers, 11 RBIs on the year. Elwood sets and fires. Heater in there at the letters. 0-1, hitting 99 on the gun there is Elwood. Heater down, chased, Nubber in the hole to short. Barehanded by Friedman in time to first. 1 down. Second baseman Slope Whoopity up next, hitting .357. 1 RBI in the year for Sloop as he's come back in off the bench. Sat out last game because he was tense. Two-seamer inside, strike called. 0-1. Elwood boosted up his velocity, I've noticed. He's throwing a lot harder in this playthrough. Or in this series, I should say, compared to the Sawtooth one. Slider low, 1-1. I chased that. That's B. Bad swing, 1-2. Slider inside, checked inside. Good hold, 2-2. Heater up, chased it, strike 3. Second punch out for Elwood, 2 down. He's dealing so far. There's left fielder Cash Basquet. Power and contact for his lefty active here, hitting only .417 on the season. No homers, no RBIs yet for Cash, making her second straight start. Change up and away, strike called, 0-1. About the knees, grounded hard to short. Right at Jackson, he'll make the play. 1-2-3 inning for Elwood. Bottom 2 were still scoreless. Asherbomb, Charles, and Henson do up against Brazon. Yacker Asherbomb leading off. Cleanup hitter at second base today, hitting .281. 1 homer, 5 RBIs. Slider down and in. Low ball 1. Cut up and away. Fouled off over the screen. 1-1. Ball down and away. Low 2-1. Heater up it in. Popped it up shallow left. Basquet coming in. And she will put it away. 1 down. Right fielder Israel Charles up next. 3rd-year hitter. Hitting .226 with a homer. 8 RBIs. Wait, is he 23? No, he's 21. He's the rookie. Henson is the 3rd-year vet. Rookie Israel Charles, first pitch prayer active. Not a good start to his rookie campaign, trying to figure out what's going wrong here. Heater up and in. Strike called, 0-1. Slider down the way. Hit on the ground to first. Test on the backhand, stops it, takes it himself. 2 down. Base is empty for third-year outfielder Roland Henson. Left fielder locked in, hitting only .211. 1 RBI in the year. Their pitching must carry this team because they are not hitting well as a team average-wise. Heater up and away in the first one. Fouled off. 0-1. Ball down and in. Line to short. Leaping is king. Nice snag by the rookie, and that's a 1-2-3 inning. To the third, we're scoreless still. Floyd, Brazon, and Swanson do it against Elwood. Rookie catcher Arlo Floyd leading off. 8-hitter hitting .538. 2 homers. 9 RBIs here for the Rook. Giving DeGrande a day off. Ball down and away is low off the actually that's off the corner barely. Ball 1. Checked inside on the slider. Good hold. 2-0. Heater up, checked high. 3-0 to count to Floyd. Slider middle of the way, caught the corner this time. 3-1. Heater down and away, ground to the first, right at Sportswood on a hop. He'll take it himself, 1 down. Elwood locked in. Here's the pitcher Brazon, batting .333 on the year. Heater up, strike called. 0-1. Nice pitch from Elwood. Slider down the way, grounded hard to short. Yeah, Jackson to his left, cuts it off. In time, 2 down. Base is empty for Swanson. He's 0 for 1 today. Change up inside, off the plate. Ball 1. Good take there. Heater down and in, strike call. 1-1. Change it down the way. High hopper to third. Friedman charges, makes the throw in time, and that ends the inning. Another 1-2-3 inning here. Bottom 3. Friedman, Flexed, and Elwood. Bottom of the lineup up for the Overdogs. Janice Friedman leading off. Third baseman Tense, hitting only a .182 with an RBI in the year. Off-speed hitter active. Change it down in the way. Taking low. Ball 1. Push him down and in. Strike called. 1-1. Slider up and in. High inside. 2-1. Ball down in the way. Chased it, nubbed in front of the plate. Floyd picks at the first. 1 down. Next up, catcher Pex Flexed, only batting .120 on the season. Ball down in the way in the first one. Low and outside. Ball 1. Heater middle in. Loop to right center field. Swanson coming over. Lays out forward. He's not going to get there. That is the first hit of the day for the Overdogs, as it's a 1-out single here for Flexed. That'll bring up the 9-hitter, the pitcher Elwood. He's locked in. Bunting situation here. Heater up and in, bunt shown, pulled back, strike called. 0-1. Cut up and in, bunt shown, popped up to the catcher. Floyd picks it out of the air. 2 down as the sac bunt fails. 2 down, runner at first for Sampson. He's 0 for 1. No threat to run over at first is Flexed. Slider down and in on the first one. Fools Sampson. He's out in front. 0-1. Heater down in the way. Low and outside. 1-1. Change up and in. Out in front of it is Sampson. 1-2. Fooled him again. Ball up and away. Skied off the end of the bat to shallow center. Swanson charging in. Calls for it and puts it away to end the inning. Yes, this will be the VOD tomorrow, one boy. No worries. You will not be missing anything in between. So, thanks for tuning in, buddy. I'll catch you later. Night. Hopefully we can start scoring here. To the 4th, it's scoreless. Bambino, King, and Testa hard in the lineup up for the Heaters. Here's Jovan Bambino. Struck out swinging his first time up. He's 0 for 1 today. Heater up and away. Strike called. 0-1 for Elwood. Heater up and away. Check swing strike. 0-2. Slider ways chase, pulled off the end of the bat, shallow right center. Sampson sliding, makes the nice catch. 1 down.
The shortstop, number 2, John King.
You get to watch this during school? Yep, that's nice. See you, buddy. Rookie John King up next. He's the only batter with a hit today. 1 for 1 with a single. Still locked in. Heater up and away, taken high. Ball 1. Heater middle in, sent by King to right field, but it jammed him. Therefore, it is Charles. He'll put it away. 2 down. Base is empty for Charlie Testa, still locked in. 0 for 1 with a ground out his first time up. Heater up and in, strike called. 0-1. Heater up and away, check swing strike. 0-2. Whiffer active for Testa now. Change with the knees out in front of it. 0-2. Change inside, rip foul. Still 0-2. Rip up and in inside. 1-2. Heater at the knees away, sent off the end of the bat to right center. Sampson over for it in the gap. Calling for it, putting it away. 1-2-3 inning here for Elwood. Bottom four were still scoreless. Sportswood, Jackson, and Asherbaum. Hard to line up for the Overdogs. There's Sportswood 0 for 1 today. He's locked in. Heater down in the way in the first one. Fouled off. 0-1. Slider put in. High. 1-1. Curveball down and in. Ripped the third. Fair ball into the corner as that is extra bases for Sportswood. Just hit it, kicking up some chalk there. Basket chases it down and gets it in, but it's still a leadoff double. Sportswood in scoring position here for the Overdogs. Juice Jackson up next, 0 for 1 today. He's currently tense. Popped out the first in foul territory his first time up. Ball down in the way in the first one. Low and outside. Ball 1. Forcing me down and in. Strike called. 1-1. Cutter down in the way. Nub foul out of play. 1-2. Change of middle in. Inside. 2-2. Slider down and in. Chased it. Strike 3. First punch out for Brazone. He's hit double digits on the season now. That was his 10th. One down. Runner still in scoring position for Asherbaum, who's 0 for 1. Ball down and in the first one. Inside. Ball 1. Cutter down in the way. Ripped foul out in front of it. 1-1. Edge bumped in. High and tight. 2-1. Down and in. Hitting the hole to first. Test on the dive. Cuts it off. Nice play. Flips the Brazone in time. 2 down as the runner advances to third on the fielder's choice. Now to bring up the rookie Israel Charles with the RBI chance. He's 0 for 1. First pitch prayer active. Change up and away in the first one. Strike called. 0-1. Cutter up and in. High. 1-1. Good take. Forcing down in the way. Nubber to second. Charging his whoopity. He'll make the play. That is going to end the inning. Runner stranded at third for Brazone to the fifth. We're still scoreless. Phenomeno, whoopity, and Basket due up. Phenomeno leading off. Grounded out to short his first time up. He's 0 for 1 today. Looking to get it something started against Elwood. Hasn't given up a hit since the first inning. Slider up and in is inside. Ball 1. Heater at the letters with late. 1-1. Slider down and in. Sent by Phenomeno to the gap. Left center field. Swanson going over. Dives and robs him of extra bases. What a play. Super Sampson, one of the best defenders in the league. 1 down. Here's Whoopity. 0 for 1. Heater in there for a called strike. 0-1. Slider middle in. Dumped to left center field. Racing in his left fielder Henson. He'll pick it off the dirt. 2 down. 2 potential base hits taken away. Here's Basket. 0 for 1. Grounded out her first time up as well. Changed up and away. Chased. Pulled down the left field line. Just foul. That could have been a base hit as well. 0-1. Two-seamer up and in. Taken high. 1-1. Heater at the letters, grounded hard to second on a hop. Asherbaum makes the play. 1-2-3 inning for Elwood. Halfway home, it's still scoreless. We have a good-fashioned pitcher's duel here. 3 combined hits for both offenses. Bottom 5, Henson, Friedman, and Flex due up. Henson leads off. He's locked in after the defensive play. Still 0 for 1 today. Forcing up and away in the first one. Ripped the right field on the line. Bambino coming in. Picks it off the dirt or grass. 1 down. Next up, Friedman, third baseman tense. Grounded out to the catcher his first time up. For ball away in the first one. Strike called. 0-1. Change it down and in. Check swing. Just called a strike. 0-2. Cutter up and in. High. 1-2. Heater up and away. Popped off the end of the bat behind second. Whoopity shallow right. Calling for it. Puts it away. 2 down. 2 quick outs to start the inning for Brazone. Here's the catcher, Pex Flex, 2 singled his first time up. 1 for 1 day for him. Change it down and in on the first one. Strike called. 0-1. Ball down in the way. Ripped in the hole to first. Test the dives out of his reach. Base hit. Single, 2-out single for Flex. 2 on, 1 down, 2 on here for pitcher Erlang Elwood. He tried to bunt his first time up and popped out to the catcher. Brazone still locked in. Slider up and away in the first one. Outside. Ball 1. No call. Cutter at the knees. That's a strike. 1-1. Change up and in. Whiffed on it late. 1-2. Down in the way. Low. 2-2. Double down and in. Check low. 3-2. Runner off with the pitch here. Cutter up and away. Popped up foul. Floyd out of the crouch. Calling for it. And he'll put it away. And that's going to end the inning. Another runner stranded. We're scoreless through 5. Instead of 6, Floyd, Brazone, and Swanson do up. Rookie Arlo Floyd leading off. Catcher's 0 for 1 today with a fly out. Leader up and in. Strike called. 0-1. Changeup hangs at the letters. Grounded past the diving third baseman Friedman into left. That's a base hit. Second hit of the day for the Heaters, and that ends a string of 1, 4, 7, 10, 11 straight batters retired, or 13 straight batters retired there by Elwood. Leadoff runner on the top of the 6th here for the pitcher Brazone's. Bunt is shown. Missed it low. 0-1. Bunt still shown for Brazone, and he misses again. 0-2. And he struck out swinging. Third punch out for Elwood today. 1 down, as that's a failed bunt on my part. Swanson up next, 0 for 2. Slider away in the first one. Lined off the end of the bat to right. That is down for a base hit. First and second now with 1 down, as that's the first inning with multiple hits in it for either club. 2 on, 1 down for Bambino, who's 0 for 2. Jovan flew out last time up. He's also struck out. About the knees, roped to second, off the diving glove of Asher Bonham into shallow right field and into no man's land. Bambino gets an RBI single out of it as Floyd scores from second. It's 1-0 Heaters as we've broken the tie. First blood finally drawn in the 6th. Here's John King, 1 for 2 with a single locked in. Elwood still locked in. First and third, 1 down for the rookie. Heater off the end of the bat, poked down the right field line. Charles coming in, gets there for the second out. Runner tagging from third. Throw in is dropped by the catcher. That would have been the third out of the inning, but it's a sac fly for King. 2-0 Heaters. Runner at first for Testa, 0 for 2. He's locked in still. Flew out last time up. He's also grounded out. Curveball hangs, line to second, right at Asherbaum, and that ends the inning. 2 in the inning for the Heaters, though, as we break the tie. Bottom 6, 2-0 the score. Sampson, Sportswood, and Jackson top of the lineup up for the Overdogs. There's Super Sampson, 0 for 2 today. Cutter down and in on the first pitch. Strike called. 0-1. Change it down and away. Low and outside. 1-1. Leave it up and away. Checked out of the zone high. 2-1. Ball middle in. Rip foul. 2-2. Slide up and in. Line to short softly. Right at King. 1 down. Sportswood up next. Doubled last time up. He's 1 for 2 today. Still locked in. Slider up and away. Jammed him. Pop foul behind first. Testa getting chase. No call for it. And Charlie puts it away. 2 down. Next up, Juice Jackson. 0 for 2 day for the shortstop. He's still tense. Forcing him down and away in the first one. Strike called. 0-1. Change of in. Strike called. 0-2. Slider down and in. Low and inside. 1-2. Cutter up and away. Popped off the end of the bat. Foul. Floyd gives it a look, but it's off the batter over the screen. Now remains 1-2. Ball down and away. Nubbed foul late. Still 1-2. Leader up and in. Chased it. Strike 3. Second punch up for Brazone, and that's a 1-2-3 6th inning. He's got 6 shutout innings under his belt. To the 7th, it's 2-0 Phenomena, Whoopity, and Basket. 2 up. On Phenomena leading off, 0 for 2 day for him so far. What's Brazone's pitch count at? 70. He's got enough in the tank for 1 more inning. Heater change it down the middle in the first pitch. Turned down by Norm deep to right center field. Back to the high wall. Fireball coming at you there as it lands next to the statue in right center. Norm Phenomeno goes yard with his 5th home run of the year, and that breaks it open to a 3-0 lead. There's Whoopity 0 for 2. Elwood no longer locked in. Heater up and away in the first one. Strike called. 0-1. Slider at the knees, hit up the middle under the glove of Elwood into center. That's a base hit. Whoopity on with a single, none down in the inning. Here comes Basquet, 0 for 2.
Number 62, Cash Basquet.
Heater inside, line softly to second. Ashbaum charges, flips the second one, but Jackson the first. Late fielder's choice. Basquet beats it out, one down for Floyd, 1 for 2 with a single. Pitcher slot on deck. Two-seamer taken high, ball 1. Heater at the knees, popped it up, foul down the right field line, hooking foul. Staying fair actually. Charles makes the catch, 2 down, and that'll bring Brazon to the plate. We'll let him bat here. Brazon locked in, 0 for 2. Tried to bunt last time up and ended up having a strikeout swinging. Slider off the end of the bat on the first pitch, poked to short. Easy catch for Jackson. That ends the inning. But a home run for Norm Fenomeno, his 5th of the year. Bottom 7, it's 3-0. Asherbaum, Charles, and Henson, 2 up. There's Asherbaum, 0 for 2 today. Slider down and away in the first one, low and outside, ball 1. Heater down and in. Nub foul, 1-1. Cut up and in. Foul back into the screen, 1-2. Ball down and away. Strike 3 called at the knees. Third punch out for Brazon, 1 down. Asherbaum got caught napping. Next up, Israel Charles, rookie 0 for 2 today. Change it down and in on the first one. Roll ball 1. For about the knees away. Strike called, 1-1. Cut up and away. Skied off the end of the bat to center. Swanson barely has the move. 1 step to his right. And he'll put it away. 2 down. Base is empty for Henson, who's 0 for 2. Cut up and in on the first one. Check swing strike. 0-1. Change it down and in. Line to second, right at Whoopity, and that's a 1-2-3 inning for Brazon as he's pitching cleanly. 7 shutout. To the 8th, Swanson, Dambino, and King do up top the lineup for the Heaters.
Now batting, the center fielder, number 6.
Stanley Swanson leading off 1 for 3 with a single today. Elwood starting the 8th inning here for the Overdogs. Slider down and the way is low, ball 1. Heater up and in, high and tight, 2-0. Heater up and away, way high, 3-0. Pitch number 69 here for Elwood. Slider in there at the knees, 3-1. Yes, I had to mention it. Heater up, called a strike, full count. Well down in the waist, Nubbard to second, slow roller Asherbaum, 1 down. Bambino up next, 1 for 3 with an RBI single last time up. Heater down in the waist, strike called, 0-1. Heater at the knees, fouled off late, 0-2. Bambino behind on that one, that was a ball. Heater away, line to third, right at Friedman, 2 down. Base is empty for John King, 1 for 2 with a sac fly last time up. He's also singled. And that will do it for Elwood. 7 2/3 innings. He gives up 3 earned runs on only a few hits. 3 strikeouts, no walks, and he's in line for the loss. It is still a quality start, though, for Elwood. Coming out of the bullpen is closer Ice Vayner. Elwood goes 7 2/3, gives up 6 hits. Vayner on the season, Ice 1-0 with a 16.20 ERA and a 3 whips, 6 earned runs given up in 6 appearances, 3 1/3 innings, 5 hits, 5 walks, 2 strikeouts, and a batting average against a .357. King switch hits bats left-handed for the first time today as he takes a heater at the letters, 0-1. Heater down in the way, line at the middle, base hit for King. That's his 2nd hit of the day. He's 2 for 3. Rookie on here with 2 down to keep the inning alive for the 5 hitter, or cleanup hitter, Charlie Testa. He's 0 for 3 today. Still locked in, though. Slider away in the first pitch, ripped to the gap right center field, down in front of the diving Charles, but he does cut it off and keep it in front of him. Single for Testa, his 1st hit of the day. King goes to 3rd. Runners at the corners, 2 down for Norm Fenomeno, who homered last time up, trying to get some insurance home for Brazon. Vayner now tense, slider up and away, strike called, 0-1. Heater at the knees, and Norm blows that ball up deep left center, deepest part of the park. Fireball coming at you there. It's almost out of the stadium. Home run for Norm Fenomeno as it hits off the top of the brick wall there above the shack. 480 away, 6th of the year for Norm, his 2nd homer of the day. We break it open, doubling the lead. It is 6-0 Heaters. Whoopity up next, 1 for 3 with a single. Slider away outside from Vayner, ball 1. Slider down, chop to short. Charging Jackson, he'll make the play, and that ends the inning. But the Heaters get 3 on the second homer of the day by Phenomeno, 6-0 to the bottom of the 8th. Friedman, Flexton, Boehner due up as Brazon coming back out. Here's Friedman 0 for 2 intense today. Change up and away in the first one. Chased, popped off the end of the bat, shallow left field. Basquet coming on, won't get there. It's a base hit. Leadoff single for Friedman. He's 1 for 3 today. Next up going to be Pex Flex, 2 for 2 with 2 singles. Four-seamer middle of the plate, hangs, fouled off late, 0-1. Right up and away, fouled back, 0-2. Ball down on the way. Chase, Number to short, slow roller. King charges, flips the second one. Whoopity on to first. Double play, you love to see it. Base is empty for the pitcher slot, Boehner. Pinch hitting for him. Infielder Carlton Starr. Hitting .250 with an RBI in the air, the former Nemesis standout. First pitch Slayer active. Curveball down in the way in the first one. Low ball 1. Heater down and in. Dumped to left center field. Sent into the gap. Basquet giving chase. Lays out for it. Over her glove. That's going to be extra bases. Swanson gets it in. It's still a pinch hit double for Starr. Inning continues with 2 down. Here comes Sampson 0 for 3 today. Four-seamer up and in. High, ball 1. Ball down and in. Low, 2-0. Slider up and away. Strike called, 2-1. Cutter down and away. Check swing strike, 2-2. Change up and in. Swing through it, strike 3. Fourth punch up for Brazon. That ends the inning as he strands another runner. Coming out of the bullpen is long reliever Bradley Bowler as he'll take over on the mound in the 9th for the Overdogs. Basquet, Floyd, and Brazon bottom of the lineup up. Brazon done here after 8 shutout innings. His pitch count's up near 90. He's done. Basquet up 0 for 3 today. Yet to get a hit, so the righty's coming in, so we'll pinch hit for her. Coming off the bench is going to be outfielder Connor Moses, the center fielder, to get the at-bat. Numbers for Bowler on the year, 1-1 at 3.72 ERA and a 1.45 whip. 5 runs given up, 4 earned, and 6 appearances out of the bullpen, 9 2/3 innings, 11 hits, 3 walks, 4 strikeouts, 1 hit batsman, and a batting average against of .282. Bowler comes into this outing tense. Moses has volatile active. He is hitting 4 for 9 off the bench with 2 RBIs. Either way, strike called, 0-1. Two-seamer up and away high, 1-1. Change away, misses outside, 2-1. Changes away, 3-1 here to Moses. Heater up and in, line to left center field. That's a base hit. Moses, pinch hitter, delivers. Moses reaches to start the 9th. That's going to go ahead and bring up Arlo Floyd. He's 1 for 3 today. Powerless right-hander active. Who's faster, Moses or Swanson? Swanson, okay. Moses can play left then. Floyd singled last time up, 1 for 3 today. Powerless right-hander active for the first time today. Chain heater away, dump to short. Jackson to second 1, Ashbaum to first, double play. Base is empty for the pitcher. He's locked in 0 for 3 today. Brazon, though, is coming out. He's at 90 pitches. Pinch hitting here off the bench is going to be a third baseman, Spitty Wyatt. Hitting .488 with 1 homer, 9 RBIs. Change it down and in, strike called, 0-1. Heater up and in, taken high, 1-1 is Bowler back to neutral mojo after the double play ball. Slider at the knees, though, ripped back up the middle. That's a base hit. Wyatt on with the pinch hit single. That'll keep the inning going here. For Swanson, 1-4 with the single. Bowler tense again. Heater down on the way out of the zone, ball 1. Change up way outside, 2-0 to count to Swanson. Chased it low below the knees, dribbler to short. Jackson charges on to first in time to end the inning. All right, coming in out of the bullpen here as we're not going to leave Wyatt in. Going to go ahead and sub in. With us up 6-0, we're going to go ahead and give it to actually. I don't know. Should have paid attention to it. We're going to go ahead and bring in someone who hasn't pitched yet. We're up 6-0 though. Yeah, let's go ahead and give it to Thomas Mesa, the right-hander. Bottom 9, it's 6-0. Sportswood, Jackson, Asherbaum, Heart of the lineup up for the Overdogs. Here's Sportswood, 1-3 at the double, locked in. Mesa on the year is 1-0. He has a 1.59 ERA and a 1.06 WHIP. 1 earned run given up in 3 appearances, 1 save, 5 2/3 innings, 6 hits, 2 strikeouts, 1 homer, and a batting average against a 273. We are also going to sub in Tiny DeGrande. He is going to take over at catcher here. Actually, you know what? We'll leave it as it is. I don't think anyone else can play catcher here, can they? Nope. We'll leave Floyd in. He can still play. I was going to sub in Tiny, and then I remembered he's resting, so it's not a good idea. Heater down and in on the first one. Line in the hole to right. That's going to be a base hit. Leadoff single there for the Overdogs. As the first man to face Mesa reaches, here's Jackson, who's rattled over 3. Off-speed hitter active here. Heater up and away on the first pitch outside. Ball 1. Ball down and away. Chased, fouled off. 1-1. Slider down and in. Low and inside. 2-1. Force him down and away. Low and outside. 3-1. Rip it in. Strike called. Full count. Ball down and away. Hit off the end of the bat to left center. Moses giving chase in the gap. Gets there for the first out. Runner still at first here, 1 down in the inning. As coming up next is going to be the 4-hitter, Yacker Asherbaum, who's 10, so for 3 today.
Number 23, Yacker Asherbaum.
Ball down and in on the first one, strike called, 0-1. Slide up and away, fouled off, 0-2. Heater up and in, checked high, 1-2, good take. Ball down at the knees, fouled off, late, 1-2. Slider down and in. Whiffed on it, strike 3. First punch out for Mesa, 2 down. Last chance for the Dogs is Israel Charles, the rookie, 0 for 3. First pitch prayer active, he's no longer locked in. Slider down and away in the first one. Grounded hard to short, right at John King, who charges. Makes the play to first. That ends the inning. Good pitching from Mesa as the Heaters shut out the Overdogs today. 6-0 the final, as we do end up putting the Overwatch on them and keeping them from scoring a run. That was a really quick one. Got that done in 37 minutes. Wow. It was nothing through the first 5, and then Elwood started tiring in the 6th, and we capitalized on a couple mistake pitches and never looked back. And then Norm Phenomenal capped off the day with 2 home runs. Everybody got a hit today except Cash Basket and CT Brazon, the pitcher. Even the pinch hitters both got hits today. 2 homers today for Norm Phenomenal. He had the big 3-run homer to put it out of reach and a solo home run as well, driving in 4. John King had a sac fly, and Jovan Bambino had an RBI single. On the other side for the Overdogs, hitless today were Sampson, Jackson, Asherbaum, Charles, Henson, Elwood, and that's it. Only a combined 6 hits today for them. Pitching lines, Brazon, 8 shutout innings, 5 hits, 4 strikeouts. He improves to 2-0 in the year, and Mesa, an inning scoreless in relief, 1 hit, 1 strikeout. On the other side for the Overdogs, Elwood, 7 2/3, 6 hits, 3 earned runs, 3 strikeouts, a homer. He falls to 1-1, despite the quality start. Longest start of the year as well. Boehner, a third of an inning, giving up 3 earned runs on a homer and 3 hits. And Bowler, 1 inning, 2 hits given up. Player of the game, Norm Phenomenal for his 2-homer day, followed by CT Brazon with his quality start. And Erlang Elwood with his quality start is the 3rd place finisher. Not bad. Good effort all around for everybody involved as we win again. Heaters improve to 10-0 on the year. Overdogs fall to 5-6, and they can have no one to blame but their struggling offense, who I noticed majority of which were all hitting under 250, except for like maybe 1 person, maybe 2. Yeah, it was bad. Their offense is the reason why they are only around the 500 mark instead of with a, winning record that's near playoff contention. With that, we clinched double-digit wins, though, for the 3rd straight year at least. I don't think we had double-digit wins in the first season. I'd have to go back and look. Squelch wants a new face for their Asset Ring campaign. Who do you suggest, Basket or Rangel? Basket didn't play well today, so I'm going to give this to Lacey. Keep the young woman happy there on the bench. He thought showed up and showed off. Oh, they both showed off, Norm and Brazon. Gonna do it for Norm. He did show up late with the home runs. And I expect that from him, though. Brazon really pitched above his ratings today, so I think it's CT's time to shine for this one. Plus, Norm is getting a little bit pricey, so maybe keeping him isn't the economically feasible option moving forward, but that's between you and me. Looking around the league at roster moves here real quick. Give me 1 sec. Here we go. A. Drake in the rookie, +1 speed on a random roll. Trey Mondo signed by the Moose. He'll replace veteran Jerry Capps as they cut him from the roster. Bambino's power drops. He loses 4 power, and then he drops down to an A- as well. And then he loses 6 speed as well, as a regression is starting to hit Bambino. That's not good. Hopefully that's all he gets. If it gets even worse, we could be looking at a problem. B-Wolves rally back from 5-0 down to tie it, but end up losing 6-5 to the last place Nemesis, who win and now move to 2-9 on the year. Grass Eaters lose to the Wild Pigs. Love to see that. Hot Corners taking on the Moonstars here. Moonstars hold off to win 8-4 as they improve to a division best 8-3 on that side. Grapplers shut out the Jacks 5-0 as they get back above 500 with that win. Sawteeth beat the Moose 8-3 in the final game of the Sim. Not bad. All right, so we're still 10-0. We were already locked into the playoffs. Buzzards are also locked into the playoffs as well. Both of us will be making it into the show. B-Wolves right now are sitting in the 3rd slot at 6-4, and the Grapplers are sitting in the 4th slot at 6-5. So right now it's our division that's in the driver's seat. We'll see who's actually going to turn up today. But I'm going to call the Platypi out, as well as the Nemesis and the Jacks. Those 3 are not going to have any shot at this. Wide loads, if they lose another one, are definitely done as well. Crocodons, same thing. On the other side, Blowfish are out 3-7 with a -20 run differential, almost not happening. Moose and Hot Corners both out as well. So 3 teams eliminated on both sides of the brackets. Next time out is going to be a doubleheader here for the squad, as we are going to be taking on the division rival B-Wolves, who we've played earlier this season. On opening day, we beat them 10-6 behind Perth Lovelorn. In the first matchup, it'll be rookie Terry Garza on the hill for us against Anita Bean, the veteran. And then in Game 2, it is third-year pitcher Reese Hunter versus Tusker Fuss, the fourth-year vet. B-Wolves come in at 6-4, trying to keep a hold of their playoff spot while we're just trying to ruin their days. Bean, no record, a 3.86 ERA and a 1.03 whip. And for the rookie Garza, 2-0 with an 0.64 ERA and an 0.93 whip. Should be a good matchup. Player development here real quick before we set lineups. Not giving you whiffer, not giving you crossed up, not giving you walk prone. Can't afford the screwball, which is a shame. Nunez's we're saving up for. It'll still be here. And this one for DeGrande will be here next time as well. Extra speed and arm. And does he need the speed? No. The bonus position, I guess that's nice, but is it really necessary? Not really. I like this one for Nunez. We're definitely going to grab this next time. I want to save up some more money and see what else pops up. This one for DeGrande is just stupid, so I'm going to ignore it. All right, lineup for the first game next episode looks like this. Locked in Jovan Bambino leads off in right, followed by locked in second baseman Norm Fenomeno. Batting third, locked in shortstop rookie John King. Batting fourth will be locked in first baseman Charlie Testa. Batting fifth, third baseman Spitty White getting a start. Batting sixth, center fielder Stanley Swanson. Batting seventh, catcher Tiny DeGrande. Batting eighth, left fielder Cash Basket. And batting ninth will be the pitcher Terry Garza. And that is going to do it for this episode, guys. A quick one here today. We end up shutting out the Overdogs today, 6-0 the final, as we improve to 10-0 on the year with 6 games left to play. Next time out, we are going to be taking on a division rival in the B-Wolves in our second doubleheader of the season, just trying to ruin their days and keep them from clinching a playoff berth if we can get these wins here. Hopefully we can get it done and not get embarrassed, but we'll see. Can we keep the perfect season alive? Tune in next time to find out. If you made it this deep in the video, guys, thanks so much for sticking around. I appreciate the support as always. If you haven't already, hit the follow and or subscribe buttons down below here on Twitch to be notified next time I go live. And if you haven't already over on YouTube, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel. Link to Twitch will be down in the description below if you guys want to come over here and watch the games live before they're posted. And also join this community over here as well. We're fun, I swear. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I'll catch you on the next one. Until then, this is the Nasty One, signing off. Have a wonderful day, evening, or afternoon, wherever you guys may be.